Test 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2. Test 1, 2. No, Mike, this one, you need that.
Yep.
You think he's coming?
He told me he was coming. I texted him 20 minutes ago, and he said I'll be there by 4. And I'm like, I'm not going to get into it here with him now.
Okay.
When he gets here, new rule. You got to be here a half hour early.
He was pretty excited yesterday.
Your team from your town plays here. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. And it's time for more right now. Sports Radio WSKW The Score and CentralMainSports.com now presents live coverage of high school sports. High school sports on The Score is presented by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at MidstateUSA.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan, from sales of computers and accessories to service. We're your go-to computer store. Height Chevrolet, our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street, Waterville, your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second-generation family-owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. And now, with live coverage of your team from your town, here's Mike Violet.
Good afternoon and welcome to the David S. Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School in Fairfield. It is prelim playoff softball. Right now, we'll pause for the playing of our national anthem. Mike Violet, John Coughlin, ready to call this one here this afternoon on this gray.
They opened up with 5 losses. They're one of the hotter teams in the East right now, unfortunately. Caribou's gone the other way. They have lost 7 straight before they beat Fort Kent in their final game of the season. These teams have one common opponent, Mike, that being Waterville.
Waterville, yes.
They both beat them. So, we're interested to see this game today. Lawrence has defensive issues, but boy, can they score some runs.
Yep, they have scored some runs. They've got Mackenzie McAvoy on the mound, a veteran right-hander who has pitched a lot in the playoffs, and we are set to go here. The Caribou Vikings, coached by Cindy Trapnell, and their lineup goes this way. Lily Bell will lead off. She is catching this afternoon, batting second. Playing third base is Liv Adams, hitting third. And playing center field, Mackenzie Cole will get the rest of the lineup as we move along here. McAvoy ready to roll. Bell in the batter's box, and we are underway. First pitch is a changeup that is down and in for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Lily McRossin bats cleanup. She is pitching this afternoon. Jaden Holmes hits fifth. She's in left field. The 1-0 from McAvoy. That is low. 2 balls and no strikes.
Opened up the game with 2 changeups.
Interesting.
Yeah, very.
McAvoy throwing to Ashley Shores, the only left-handed catcher we know of. Another change is beaten into the ground, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. The remainder of the lineup here this afternoon, Evelyn Roy is playing first base, and she is batting 6th. Amelia Godin hitting 7th. She's playing shortstop. Shania Pelletier is hitting 8th. She's at second base. That one's right down on the ground, bobbled by McAvoy. Throws to first, 1 out. She recovered nicely.
Well, I was listening to Joey Marcoux before the game telling the girls that the ball is going to be wet when you pick it up. And, this leads into problems throwing the ball. We'll see.
Charlie Barnes bats 9th. She plays in right field. That's the lineup. Batting second now, Liv Adams. Adams, right-handed, batting third baseman. Facing Mackenzie McAvoy. 1 up, 1 out. The deal, she's got that change going.
She sure does.
That is hit, and it's a fair ball. And not running was Adams. I don't think she thought it was fair, but it was fair. Picked up by the Lawrence first baseman, Leah Tibbetts, and Tibbetts just tagged her out. 2 outs.
Well, I think she thought it was going to roll foul, Mike, and she decided not to run.
It had some English on it, but not that much.
No.
So 3 unassisted, so 2 little grounders out in front, and here's Mackenzie Cole facing Mackenzie McAvoy.
And we haven't seen a fastball yet.
Still haven't.
Wow.
And in ball 1.
Interesting.
So a changeup festival so far.
Now, Joey Marcoux, the coach, is an old catcher. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve.
1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Another soft one. 2 balls and no strikes.
There's a pretty good hitter up here right now for Caribou. Mackenzie Cole, a sophomore, leads the team in hitting.
Got the count her way. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. That's in for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lily McRossin, the cleanup hitter on deck, hoping to hit.
Pretty good crowd. Don't see a lot of Caribou plates on them, though.
Yeah.
Never know.
That's a long drive to make on a Tuesday morning. Or, excuse me, is it Tuesday or Monday?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Okay, I'll be all right. That one's wide, 3 balls, 1 strike. I don't even know what day it is. That's pretty weak. I do know the date. It's June 10th.
Coach said they stopped in Bangor at McDonald's.
Okay.
That's important, though.
3 balls, 1 strike. Changeup is in there, just barely on the knees, and the string is out now on Mackenzie Cole. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got to stop in Bangor at Mickey D's. We used to stop at Miller's.
Wow. Well, you're from that Rich Waterville area.
3 balls, 2 strikes, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Caribou Vikings after their McDonald lunch in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We played a half the score. Caribou, nothing. And Lawrence coming up. This is prelim playoff baseball on the Score.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, back here live at the David Martin Athletic Complex. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Lawrence will send Natalie Garrard, Leah Gallant, and Mackenzie McAvoy up against the serves here of Lily McRossin. And this is going to be interesting because she is a
sophomore and throws tippy-ups. She's a freshman, and throws tippy-ups, Mike.
Tippy-ups. The first one is grounded to short, safe. So you want to define tippy-ups? I know we just saw it, but you want to give it some context?
Tippy-ups are when you throw a soft pitch in because you haven't learned how to throw hard yet. And I believe this might be the softest pitch Lawrence has seen all year.
So on with an infield single is Garrard. The bunt is on. The bunt down. McRossin throws to first and gets the runner at first.
That's a real nice play, Mike. The ball was soft. She had a long way to go and picked up a wet ball and threw her out at first base. Nice play.
So 1-3 goes the put out, and runner advances to second. So runner in scoring position. Here is Mackenzie McAvoy with a chance to help herself.
5 freshmen on the Caribou team. Oh, goodness.
Now it's hit to right field, and it is down. The right fielder let it fall. Barnes. And going into second base is McAvoy. Coming around the score is Garrard. It's 1-0 Lawrence on a ball hit pretty well there by Mackenzie McAvoy, but a ball that should have been caught.
Absolutely. The ball had some sting on it, but the right fielder had trouble getting to it. An RBI double.
So 3 batters in. Lawrence is in the lead. They lead it 1-0. Going to get a runner here for McAvoy. Courtesy runner. Mackenzie, the pitcher, will watch the rest of the inning from the dugout. So a runner at second, a run in for Ashley Shores.
And she is fun to watch. I don't care what the sport is.
Shores
she is a player.
Is something else. She's got 2 home runs this year. I said, don't hit us when I was talking to her before the game.
Well, we are in her power alley.
We are, and she can reach us. First pitch was a ball to Ashley Shores, the Lawrence catcher, the only left-handed catcher. There it is!
Got one.
Deep drive, and it is off the wall on a hop. Shores hits first. The run scores. She'll settle for a double. Nope, the ball gets by, and Shores will go to third on the throw. So give her an RBI double to third on the throw, and Lawrence already up 2-0.
Well, that ball was stroked. Had a lot of pop on it, clearly over the right fielder's head right off the bat. And Lawrence is now up 2-0.
So look at the replay, and the ball crushed.
You know, I'm not sure fast pitch softball has made it to Caribou yet.
So an RBI double for Ashley Shores to third on the throw. And the count is 1-1.
Lawrence girls faced quicker pitches in 6th grade.
Ground ball, that's in the right, a base hit. Shores comes in to score. It is 3-0.
Well, we said going into this, Lawrence can certainly fill up the offensive scorecard, and they're showing it here in the bottom of the first.
They're having no problems whatsoever with these soft tosses.
Mike, I do believe you could get through that pitch, too.
You think? So an RBI single.
What do they
that
call
one is low.
What do they call this in men's softball? 3-foot arc or something? That's the equivalent of it.
Yeah.
There's a term for this.
Yeah.
You can't throw hard.
Whatever it is, Lawrence is hitting it.
Yeah.
That one's lobbed up there, and it's high, and it's now 1 ball, 1 strike. 3-0 Bulldogs.
Girls are coming back into the dugout and telling Coach Marcoux, you throw harder than that.
That one's hit pretty well to left field. The left fielder went in, and then she went in too far. Runner at second had to hold just in case. It still ends up being a double there for Ruby Pierce.
3 doubles in the game thus far for the Bulldogs.
So Ross to third, Pierce to second on the double. And again, a ball that probably should have been caught. Jaden Holmes took 2 steps in, then had to retreat.
Wow.
Here's Leah Tibbetts. Pitch is high. Ball 1 ball, no strikes. So Lawrence off to a rapid start, leading 3-0.
Maine high school softball is still pitcher dominated. If you don't have one, look out.
Yep. Very, very much so. 2-0 on Leah Tibbetts, the Lawrence first baseman. 3 in. That one is lined up the middle, base hit. 1 run will score. They'll hold Pierce at third. It's 4-0.
And the hitting parade continues. Leah Tibbetts, outstanding hitter in that 7th spot. She is a good hitter.
So Tibbetts with an RBI single. Pierce to third. Coming in to score Ross, the 4th run. Here's Natalie Pelletier, the left fielder. Nobody out yet. That one is fouled off to the right and out of play. 0-1 on Pelletier.
Tibbetts was off on the pitch. I don't think there's going to be a lot of swing and misses, Mike.
Doesn't look like it. Ground ball to shortstop right there at the bag. They get 1. The throw to first. No, not in time. Run comes in to score 5-0. So a productive out as Pierce comes in to score. Tibbetts is out on the fielder's choice. Pelletier reaches. So just a runner on first now. That's the first out of the inning. Second out of the inning, beg your pardon. High fly ball. Center fielder should have a play. Cole, no! She overran it. Runner hits third. They'll send her. There's a play at the plate. The throw, not in time. It is 6-0.
And now they're double.
Pelletier comes all the way in to score on the double by J.C. Elkins, who joins the doubles parade. So 2 out. That one's lined and foul.
Hit the umpire.
Yep. So 2 outs in the inning. I had overlooked the sacrifice bunt that now seems totally, completely unnecessary.
Did he do that on purpose, that umpire?
I don't know.
Sacrificed his body.
That one's popped up. Should be a play for the shortstop. Godin is there, squeezes it, and finally Chloe Grant-Ham is the final out of the inning, but a party for the Lawrence Bulldogs in the first inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs come in to score on 7 hits. They get 6 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 1 is done, and Lawrence off to a roaring start. It's Lawrence 6 and Caribou nothing. This is live coverage of playoff prelim softball that is on the score.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs a major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up 1 or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations, no one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online online at collectscrapmetals.com.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, and Anderson Buck running camera for us here this afternoon. We are back, second inning, umpire with some housekeeping. Meantime, Lily McRossin ready to lead it off against Mackenzie McAvoy, as McAvoy got the side in order in the first. It's McRossin, Holmes, and Roy, 4, 5, and 6. Already 6-zip Lawrence.
McRossin, one of the 5 freshmen on this team. Very young team.
Left-handed hitter, first pitch, in for a strike.
Now we're seeing fastballs.
Fastballs from McAvoy after a first inning of pretty much changeups.
Yeah.
McAvoy up in the count here, 0-1. The deal. Ground ball, late swing, foul, 0-2. The winner of this one gets a trip to, thought, schedule out here. There it is. Gets a trip to Old Town.
Old Town number 2 at 13-3 on the year. So it's going to be a tough opponent.
Yep.
If the Bulldogs continue through here.
The 0-2. Change up. Little tapper again. Knocked down by McAvoy. Has plenty of time. Throws to first. And
you know
there's
what McAvoy does very well, Mike, is she fields her position well, because when you throw a lot of changeups, you're going to get hitters out on their front foot and a lot of taps back to the mound.
And she's already handled 2. One in the first and one here in the second. Here's Jaden Holmes, the left fielder. So the winner will go to Old Town on Thursday. That's fouled to the right and out of play. No balls, 1 strike. We will have baseball on Thursday from Augusta. Coney in a quarterfinal game at 4:15 from McGuire Field.
Looking forward to that. That may be one of the better Class B teams going into this tournament.
Yep, certainly in the North, they have probably been the most impressive team so far. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jaden Holmes. 6-0 Lawrence.
Nice pitch.
That is a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We have 3 umpires working. Playoff game.
You keep the ball down there, Mike, you're not going to get hurt.
Yeah. McAvoy, the 1-2. Little bouncer to first, right there at the bag. To tag it is Tibbetts. 2 outs. That was a easy play.
That's going to be a foul ball.
Oh, is it? Okay, it's foul.
You like
foul
the
ball?
You like the double base at first base in softball, Mike? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't think it's necessary. And, of course, we have bigger bags in the majors now. They have the pizza boxes, which
they are, too.
seems to be a bit much. Another tapper over Ashley Shore's head.
I do like the camera in them, though.
Oh, I'm all for that.
Yeah,
I
like that.
And I'm certainly a fan of the stolen base, and that's been brought back. And when you've got a team like the Red Sox that has a ton of speed, I like the stolen base being back in.
It makes a big difference. It does. It's shown it already.
Second year of the changes, and, of course, the shift ban. Another one handled by McAvoy.
Going to see that all day, Mike.
1-3 on the putout. That's 3-1-3 putouts so far. 2 outs.
She continues to throw that changeup and keep the ball down. She's going to have a few of them.
Evelyn Roy is next. Roy is the first baseman, and right now McAvoy is just mowing him down.
And this is one of their better hitters. Evelyn Roy has multiple 2-hit games.
Wide open stance. Shores sets up outside. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball there. 0-1.
Yeah, went upstairs with that and blew it by her.
No balls, 1 strike. 6-zip Lawrence, top second. It is not raining. That is the breaking news.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Took something off that. 0-2 after a morning of rain. It stopped here anyway around 1 o'clock. I got here at 1:30. We are set up, as you can see, swing and a miss there on another softie, and that is the end of that. Second strikeout for Mackenzie McAvoy. She runs the table again in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played 1.5. It is Lawrence 6, Caribou nothing. This is live coverage of Prelim playoff softball on CentralMainSports.com and Sports Radio 1160. WSKW, The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
All right, we are ready to go. Bottom of the second inning, top of the order again. Look at that. Lawrence went through the first 9 the first time. Natalie Garrard will lead off in the second. Garrard with a single to shortstop. She scored the first run of the ball game for Lawrence. 1 ball, no strikes. Little tippy up to third. Whoop, tailgate didn't get down there for the Caribou third baseman, Liv Adams.
Yeah.
And that is an error on the third baseman.
Got to stay down. The ball's not going to come up, particularly today when the ground is wet.
E5.
Definitely. Mike, one of the things I heard, and we'll talk more about this, but Caribou plays double headers during the season on Saturdays.
There's a pop-up. Let's see if it stays in play. It does, but Roy, close to the dugout, reached out rather sheepishly. Couldn't get it. It's a strike. Yeah, this was cool to hear.
Yeah, and they do that to limit the number of times they have to travel. They'll play, for example, Fort Kent twice at home in a doubleheader and have a cookout afterwards. And then next year they'll go to Fort Kent for a doubleheader.
That's a great idea.
I think that's a novel way of playing. Even if schools down here did it only once or twice a year, it would reduce travel.
Another softie is fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2 on Leah Gallant. Gallant with a bunt her first time, sack bunt.
I'm not so sure some of the baseball rivals that are heated you want to have in a barbecue after the game, but, who knows?
Sure, you'd have, Waterville Winslow back in the day.
Yeah. Coney Gardner.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that would play out.
On Gallant. Here it is. Up 2-2 now on Leah Gallant. She'll be followed by Mackenzie McAvoy.
Not only do the hitters have to adjust, but the home plate umpire has to adjust on this because he hasn't seen this all year.
3-2. That one's very up and away.
You know, the ball that is at the pitcher's eyes that lands in the catcher's mitt in a strike position isn't a strike on tippy-ups. Ooh, that's shot. Here you go, Mike.
Into center field, and it is off the wall on a hop. Hitting third. And being sent around is Natalie Garrard, and the run is in, or check that, Leah Gallant. Gallant is in to score, and it is 7-0.
Leah Gallant hit parade with her double. We now have 5 players in Lawrence that have doubles.
So an RBI double for McAvoy. Gallant comes in to score. 7-0, courtesy runner at second. Here's Ashley Shores, who also one-hopped the wall her first time. Shores, a double, went to third on the throw, drove in a run. 7-0 Bulldogs. Waits on it. It's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Shores has got her eyes on this booth.
Now she reaches out and pops it up, and the second baseman comes in to get it. As Pelletier makes the play, Shores way out in front of that one. She'd like to have that swing back.
Yeah, you got to get out on your front foot and count to 3.
Popped.
Then swing.
Popped to second by Shores. One out. Here's Casey Ross. Ross singled her first time, drove in a run, scored a run.
Yeah, she hit a shot.
Low. Ball one, so.
Yeah. An easy day of coaching for third base and head coach Joey Marcoux.
Yeah, just wave him in, that's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
That's a strike.
Yeah, you almost run them into outs until you have that 10-run lead.
1 ball, 1 strike. That one missed by a lot. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Coney on Thursday. Baseball at 4:15. That one was right in the wheelhouse. It's hit to left, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Runner will get to third. She had to hold just a little bit to see if there was a play out there for Jaden Holmes. There was not. So first and third now with 1 out for Ruby Pierce.
Caribou outfielders are shell-shocked, Mike. They got their backs on the fence. Anything hit soft into the outfield is going to fall in now.
Pierce doubled and scored her first time. Runner goes, no throw. Easy steal of second base by Casey Ross. So second and third now with the count, 1 ball on Pierce. Ruby with a chance to drive in 2.
Nice shot.
She lines it into left center field. That's a base hit. They'll hold the runner at third. The 8th run of the ball game coming in the person of the pinch runner for Mackenzie McAvoy.
That was a perfect swing, Mike. She had great stride, but she kept her hands back. And against that soft pitch, you got to keep your hands back.
An RBI single for Pierce. First pitch there, a strike to Leah Tibbetts. Tibbetts with an RBI single, her first time. 1 strike. That is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tibbetts with a 1-1 count. 8-0 Lawrence. Slow. Pierce takes off. She gets to second. Stolen base for her.
You can see someone has worked with McRossin on fast pitch because occasionally she tries to windmill, but she doesn't have the complete revolution.
Yep. Got a nice call there.
Yes. And
generous, to say the least.
I think the home plate umpire has just opened.
8-0. That's low. Skips by the catcher, and cruising into score is Ross. It is 9-0. So Ross scores on a pass ball, and Pierce goes to third. So it has been a party thus far for the Lawrence Bulldogs. 6 in the first, 3 in the second. Pitch to Tibbetts. Hit to right, and it is foul down the right field line.
Well, a day of batting practice for Lawrence. Day out.
So far.
Yeah.
Ground ball foul.
Watching Joey Marcoux bend over and pick up that ball looks like me, Mike. And he's a bit younger. I wouldn't hit ground balls at him very long. Nice shot.
That one's into center field, just barely a base hit. Pierce comes in to score. Runner goes to third. Play there. The ball hits her. She gets third base. That's Leah Tibbetts. Pelletier into second on the throw. Give her an RBI single. And that drives in the 10th run of the ball game for Lawrence as Pierce scores. It's 10-zip.
Well, Pelletier lines the ball up the middle and plates another run.
Here's J.C. Elkins. J.C., the shortstop, takes ball 1. J.C. with an RBI double her first time. Zip. Still ducks on the pond. Runners at second and third. Pitch to Elkins is popped up. Maybe a play for the catcher. Yes, coming out of the catcher's box to Grab that one is Lily Bell.
The way she caught that ball, that was not an easy play. Stabbing at the air with a glove, but she made the play.
Made it. And that's the second out of the inning. And here is Chloe Grant-Ham, who popped to first to end the first. She comes up here as the ninth batter to hit in this inning after being the ninth batter to hit in the first inning.
She can do it again.
Count is a ball. Hard ground ball stopped by the third baseman. Throw to first. Good clean play there by Liv Adams. And that is the end of that. But another very productive inning for the hometown team. The Lawrence Bulldogs come up with 4 runs. They get those 4 runs.
5.
On 5 base hits, so 4 runs on 5 hits. There was an error in the inning, and there were 2 runners left on. So we have finished 2, and Lawrence is off and running. The score, Lawrence 10, Caribou nothing. This is live coverage of prelim playoff baseball on The Score and CentralMainSports.com.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day 1. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin back here live, and Amelia Godin takes strike 1 from Mackenzie McAvoy as we go to the third. 10-0 Lawrence. Bulldogs 6 in the first, 4 in the second. McAvoy with 1 inside, tips off the glove of Ashley Shores. 2 balls, no strikes.
You know what? And as normal, even on a rainy day, a great crowd here at Lawrence.
Yep.
They usually do pack them in here.
Not bad considering it is not very pleasant.
Now, Mike, you see a lot of schools around. Who has the best draw year-round? Now, I'm talking year-round of sports teams, high school sports, in your opinion.
Oh, let me think about that for a second as McAvoy deals. That is in for a strike. Mount Blue does very well.
Yep.
Skowhegan.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Fairfield, certainly. The pitch is in there for a strike. 2-2. Mackenzie McAvoy with a good pitch on the outside edge on Gordon. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And regardless who they're playing today, McAvoy looks tough. She's throwing to good spots.
Mackenzie ready. Here's the pitch. Change up. Swatted to first. Easy play for Tibbetts. Tags the bag. 1 out.
A ball has not been hit out of the infield yet.
Just too easy so far for Mackenzie McAvoy. All kinds of weak contact on the ground. This has got to be a pinch hitter, or is it?
This
is supposed to be Pelletier.
And it is. It looks to be number 3.
Yep, she's a little one. Joe's bunt gets it down, and it is fair or foul. It is foul.
Yeah.
Yep, that is Shania Pelletier.
Yeah, we had, 1 substitute was made. We don't know who that is yet after the first at-bat.
Pelletier playing second base. She's a freshman. Strike. 0-2.
And you know, Mike, I'm looking at the scores that Caribou had over the season. They had some big, big run games. Not sure what goes on up there.
Low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
They beat Waterville twice, 14-4 and 13-3.
Yeah, Waterville's down.
A lot of runs, though.
Here's the pitch. Low, 2-2. Pelletier has worked it back even after being in the hole. 0-2. My app says it's 61 degrees. It doesn't feel like it's 61
No, it feels cold. I almost wore my hunting jacket.
That is in there, strike 3, and Pelletier is gone. 8 batters up, 8 batters retired by Mackenzie McAvoy. She has struck out 3.
I just didn't want to be accosted by you for wearing heavy clothes again. For a guy that's wearing shorts and a T-shirt, and we could have snow this afternoon.
I do have a jacket on. I've got my Score jacket on. Come on. So give me that.
You've got your score jacket, but you've got
That's in there
shorts.
I know.
I mean,
0-1. It's June. I'm not going to change. It's June. I'm going to laugh at this.
I've got on insulated jeans.
I know you do.
Insulated.
I know.
I'm not going to ask how you know.
Strike two. I can tell.
Okay.
Those are old man. Those are Pepe jeans. That's what those are.
Pepe
Those
jeans.
are Pepe jeans.
Oh, goodness.
McAvoy, the 0-2. The rock, the pitch. Little number to second. Easy play there for Gallant. 9 up and 9 down as Mackenzie McAvoy and Lawrence are rolling. After 3 here from Fairfield, it's Lawrence 10, Caribou nothing. This is live coverage of playoff softball on The Score.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin back here in Fairfield. And guess what? Leading off for the 3rd time in the game, it's Natalie Garrard.
Too easy, and she's had a single, reached on an error, and scored 2 runs.
10-0 Lawrence.
Oh.
That one's lined into left, a base hit.
Boy, they're showing how to hit the tippy up.
Just sit back there and wait for it. That's all you got to do.
Get those hands back and wait for it, and they're doing it.
So Garrard on leading off an inning for the 3rd time. Here's Leah Gallant. A sacrifice, her first time out 1-3. That one's hit well to left. That's gone.
Yep.
Leah Gallant with a home run. A 2-run shot. Check that was Mackenzie. Was that McAvoy?
That is Leah Gallant, isn't it?
No, it's 40. It's Mackenzie McAvoy. I must have.
I skipped one,
I thought
too.
they're batting out of order. I don't know.
Mike, it should have been Leah Gallant.
Yeah. That was Mackenzie McAvoy with the home run, so excuse me on the call.
Wow.
McAvoy with a 2-run homer to make it 12-0.
So did Gerard lead off?
I
don't know.
That's a good question.
Okay.
I thought I had Chloe Grant Ham making the last out of the second.
And so did I, Mike.
So a home run for McAvoy, who hit it deep to left.
Yeah.
No doubter.
Deepest part of the field. Wow.
Here's Ashley Shores.
Okay.
Lines it into left, a base hit. Ashley will hold it first with a single. So Shores today has a double and a pop-up to second. And now that single, she's 2 out of 3.
You think they're having batting practice today, Mike?
Kind of.
Padding their averages?
Kind of. Here's Casey Ross. Ross has been on twice with base hits and scored 2 runs. Takes ball 1.
So McAvoy did have the home run.
Yes, that was 40.
Huh.
To me, they're batting out of order, but that's me. Runner goes, pitch is a ball, throw bounces off a glove and goes to center field. That's a stolen base for Ashley Shores.
And in a close game, if you're throwing tippy-ups, as Caribou is, you can steal bases easily.
At will.
Because it doesn't get to the plate, and the runner's already at second base.
So Ross with a 2-0 count. 12-0 Lawrence. If you're wondering, and I'm sure you are, the 10-run rule only comes into effect after the team down by 10 is batted in the 5th. Tippy up, and it goes to the backstop, and
I got you saying it now, Mike.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Today's game is brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn, more than just a community college with over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now at CMCC.
First walk of the game by McRossin.
Yep, as Ross takes the walk. She's on. Here's Pierce.
We think.
Couple of doubles. It is. Got that off the end of the bat, fouled it off the back of the dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There has certainly been some coaching going on by Joey Marcoux as to how to hit this pitch because no one is extending their stride. Good job.
The waiting is the hardest part. That's a ball and a steal of second base by Casey Ross. That's what you got to do is wait. You know it's coming, unlike most changeups you get. That is hit and lined and caught by Pelletier, the second baseman. She almost got to the bag at second. Good play by Shania Pelletier to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Shania, pretty small there at second base, but she had just enough size to go up and get that one. And, Mike, we do have a pinch hitter here. And we'll try to get that number. It's 20.
25?
That could be. First number's a 2. Yeah, 25.
All right, then that would be Bianca Wright, a junior.
Mike, now I'm not sure.
May as well. 12-0. Everybody ought to get an at-bat today.
Even you and I. I think I could make contact here.
Might be able
Maybe.
to do it.
Although she might get her first strikeout with me up there, too.
She's not going to throw a bias, that's for sure.
No, we'll get the bat on the ball.
So Wright, the pinch hitter, hitting here for Tibbetts, takes ball 1. Low, ball 2. So 1 run in here in this inning. Or 2 runs, excuse me.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
6, 4, and 2 so far. The breakdown of runs by innings. Yeah, that's a ball.
No, anything between the dugouts is now being called a strike, Mike. He did call that a strike.
All right, I take it back.
Nice
That's
shot.
lined into right. That's a base hit.
Great piece of
1 run will score. They'll hold Ross at third. Shores comes in to score.
And that is Leah Tibbetts, pinch hitter. Right. In that slot, we've got 2 singles by Tibbetts and 1 by Wright.
So it's a baker's dozen for Lawrence, 13 zip.
And another pinch hitter.
Like I said, everybody's probably going to get an at-bat today.
Yeah, and rightfully so. You know, I would ensure that Old Town game is going to be a lot tougher.
Yeah, I would think so.
And they won't have a tippy-up pitcher.
They will not. No tippy-ups.
Oh.
Change-ups on purpose, but not
that's
like
right.
this. That one's back to the mound, and the tippy-up pitcher, Lily McRossin, gets it over to first a little bit quicker. 2 outs on the Lawrence pinch hitter, and that was, of course, he's not on the roster, number 30. Sorry about that. So 2 outs.
And pinch hitter coming up.
Yep, this is the Elkin spot in the order. JC playing short today. JC, an RBI double her first time. She popped to the catcher in Fairground her second time. 13-0. Ground ball right by the pitcher. And a collision between the shortstop and the base runner, and everybody's going to be safe, and they're going to call interference on that runner at second base, and that will be the end of the inning. So give the put out there to the shortstop. That'll go 6 unassisted, as retired there is the pinch hitter for Tibbetts, and that is the end of that. So 3 more runs come across to score for the Lawrence Bulldogs, and we have finished 3 here in Fairfield, and it is a laugher so far. The score, Lawrence 13, Caribou nothing. It's live coverage of playoff prelim softball on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW The Score and CentralMaineSports.com.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835. 465-4835. Or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Let me amend the score that I gave going out to break there. It's 14-0. Casey Ross did come in to score. 9 up, 9 down so far for the Caribou Vikings as Mackenzie McAvoy is rolling. Top of the order now, Lily Bell, who bounced back to the pitcher her first time. 14-zip. It's been a hitting festival so far by the Lawrence Bulldogs, basically a glorified batting practice. Ball 1 to Bell.
Yeah, Lily Bell, probably, again, Caribou's best hitter. Swings the bat well and runs well.
The 1-0. Got the bat on that one, hit it well, left center, and it bounces off the glove there of Garrard. And it falls in.
That will be an error on the center field.
It is. You got to make that play. So Bell on via the error.
Yeah, good
ball hit well.
Good shot to right field by Bell. Got it all.
Absolutely. Best hit ball of the day by far.
No question.
For Caribou. So Bell is on. And that breaks the streak of 9 straight retired by Mackenzie McAvoy. And here is Liv Adams, who bounced to the first baseman unassisted in the first.
First yelling we've heard out of the Caribou dugout.
Yeah, a little excited. Good for them.
Yep, absolutely. Interesting.
Bunt on in a 14-0 game, and it might result in a base hit. It does.
And there goes your no-hitter.
Exactly. So second base now is Bell. Adams on with a bunt single.
So Caribou thinking we might score a run.
We are in the midst of a rally. Here is Mackenzie Cole, who struck out swinging for her first time, the first strikeout victim of Mackenzie McAvoy. Strike. Good hard fastball, 0-1.
Caribou Vikings. Boy, there's some history up there, Mike.
I guess. Another bunt. I know these strategies are different in different sports, but when you're down 14-0, why isn't everybody swinging for the fence?
Well, I would imagine in this case they do not feel that McAvoy can field her position.
Well, she gets another opportunity, goes to third,
Yeah.
and no!
Whoa.
Safe!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Ruled safe.
That's an interesting
That's a
call.
force play at third, and McAvoy's got to go to first on that. I mean, that's the easy play to make. She goes to third. And how do you score that, Mr. Scorer?
That's a fielder's choice. First of all, the catcher in that situation, Shore, should be telling her where to throw the ball, and I think she did because she fielded it cleanly and had a chance at the runner at third. Made it a close play. That one could have gone either way, Mike.
I don't know if I have that on replay, on the Mid-State Machine instant replay.
Look at this.
What do we got here?
We're bunting with the bases loaded. Only Al Wilson from the infamous Al Wilson at Skowhegan calls that, Mike.
Wow. This is Lily McRossin with the bases loaded.
They found something that works, Mike.
Well, the bunt is off, and that's cued foul off to the right.
So Caribou with the bases loaded and no outs.
Nobody out. It's been an error, a fielder's choice, a bunt single, and the bases are full of Vikings.
I'm sure Caribou has looked at the number of errors that Lawrence typically makes in a game and says, let's make them make a play.
Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Good rip there. 0-2 on Lily McRossin. No balls, 2 strikes. It's 14-0 Lawrence. Got to play 5. Got to have the home team bat 5 times before the mercy rule can be implemented. Change is wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Do you think coaches and bus drivers still eat free at McDonald's?
Geez, they should. I don't know.
They used to.
I know.
That's
all the
why
time.
I'd always take
They
my
still
teams.
do? Anderson
teams to
says they
McDonald.
do. That's inside, so it is still a thing. 2-2.
And McAvoy wanted that pitch. First glare that she gave at the home plate umpire.
2 balls, 2 strikes on McRossin. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Bends her back, and the count is full. 3-2.
Little chin music there.
3-2 on McRossin. Nowhere to put her. McAvoy in danger of losing her shutout. She's already lost her no-hitter. That is fouled off the Lawrence dugout on a hop.
I haven't seen such an anemic hitting team in softball in a long time.
They struggle.
Yeah, they are. To be fair to them, getting to this playoff game is a heck of an accomplishment.
They made it. Low, ball 4, and that forces in a run. Coming in to score is Lily Bell, and Caribou is on the board. It is 14-1.
Well, not what you wanted. You know, McAvoy was hoping to end this inning with that play at third base or at least get the upper hand. And this has turned into extended inning.
So McRossin with an RBI. That one's spiked foul to the right. McRossin with an RBI on the walk. And Holmes fouls one off to the right, out of play. Holmes bounced back to the pitcher for her first time. So,
you know, your point, Mike, that you got to take the easy out at first base. You know, that play at third could lead to a big inning. Not that they're going to retake the lead.
It's 14-1. I mean,
Yeah.
let's keep it in perspective.
But there's no one out.
You go with the routine
Yeah.
play there and don't try to get cute. That's a ground ball foul, and that's what happened to McKenzie. You tried to get that lead runner there and really didn't need to. Go to first, get the out that you're supposed to get. Outs are what you need to get. You've got a 14 or had a 14-run lead. Here's the pitch to Holmes. Down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'd like to see Ashley Shores pitch in baseball. I wonder how hard she can throw.
That one is hit to right. It's going to fall in front of the right fielder. A bobble. Still just 1 run coming in to score. And coming in to score is Adams. 2nd run of the ball game for Caribou. And it's 14-2. That's an RBI single for Jaden Holmes.
And round the merry-go-round goes.
Lawrence having a hard time getting it out.
I don't think Joey Marcou's aging much in the dugout, though.
Evelyn Roy still can't like this, though.
No.
1 ball on Evelyn Roy. Evelyn, the first baseman for the Vikings, struck out her first time. She's up there with the bases loaded and just 1 out.
Joey was thinking he was going to get home on time for dinner for the first time.
High fly ball. It goes to foul ground, and nobody makes a play on it.
Yeah. Coach Marcoux is not going to like that for sure. That
you gave him an out right there.
Yeah.
A life.
But we can't do that Thursday.
Evelyn Roy, you cannot do it at all. But, yeah, Thursday for sure.
Yeah.
Count is 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I'm sure he will discuss the play at third.
You just got it. Somebody got to take charge. That's probably an easier ball for the second baseman, just because of the angle.
Well, she was there. Yeah. The first baseman's looking over her shoulder.
Somebody's got to call it.
Yeah.
Beaten into the ground. Second baseman up over to first, and it's wide. Too much on it there by Leah Gallant, and 2 runs come in to score. And Lawrence getting awful lackadaisical. And it's 14-4.
You and I have both seen games where an opponent, after a huge onslaught by a team, you get way ahead, and then you just can't get outs anymore.
E4.
And the team starts picking away.
Bad play there by Leah Gallant. 2 runs come in to score on that error, and
why wouldn't you throw her out?
I don't either. The pitch was a strike. Stealing second there was Evelyn Roy.
You've got a great arm. You need an out. Throw her out.
I'm all for that. 1 strike. High. 1 ball, 1 strike here. This is Amelia Godin, who was out 3 unassisted her first time.
And Caribou looking to plate the runners they have on base, even if it's by suicide.
14-4. They don't care.
No. They can get halfway back into this game.
Exactly. The bunt is caught.
Oh!
Great play by Ashley Shores. How about that?
That's the play of the season. That ball was by her. She reached up and stabbed it out of the air.
Wow.
Great play.
A foul out to the catcher. And I put a star beside that one. 2 outs. And here is Shania Pelletier, who was called out on strikes her first time. And that one all the way to the backstop. Runner holds on third as Mackenzie McAvoy almost threw that one right out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
He hung on to that one a little bit too long, and she throws the ball out of play, and that's probably the reason why. You got a wet ball on it, and your hands are cold. Sure, her hands have got to be cold.
She's done that 2 or 3 times today, so she definitely wants a dry ball.
1 ball, no strikes. Got to go into the heater to get the next one. The 1-0.
Look at this.
The bunt, and it is a foul ball. Foul, and kept that way by Ruby Pierce. 1 out. Did I say 2? Just 1. That was the foul that Shores just caught. So just 1 out. 4 in. Little bouncer, again, foul. 1 and 2 on Shania Pelletier.
Strikeout victim first time. She needs to get the bat on the ball.
7th batter to bat of the inning. 4 have scored. It's 14-4. Fouled off. Good rip there by the little second baseman.
She's an aggressive little player now. She made a great play at second base in the last inning, and she's up there fighting these pitches off.
Shania is a sophomore. A little bitty.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch.
Uh-oh.
High. Not much of a strike zone there.
No, but he's called that strike.
2-2. 2-2. 1 out, 4 in, 2 on. A lot of numbers in a 14-4 game. Here it is.
Uh-oh, that's gone.
That's a called third strike. Throw to third as Shores threw behind the runner. Almost got her there. Called strike on Pelletier. Second time she's down looking. 2 outs.
You know, if I had that arm that Shores had, I'd be showing it off too.
Me too. Here's Charlie Barnes, the right fielder who bounced out 4-3 her first time. Shores can throw.
Oh, yeah.
Bouncer, first baseman up with it. She'll go and tag the base runner, and that is the end of that. 3 unassisted on the putout there. 8 batters come to the plate for the Caribou Vikings. 4 of them come in to score, and they've whittled the lead down to 10. We have played 3.5. The score is Lawrence 14 and Caribou 4. This is live coverage of Prelim playoff softball on the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160, WSKW The Score, 1160thescore.com, and centralmainsports.com.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Hermon and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Hermon location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Alrighty, Mike Violet, John Coughlin back here, ready to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lawrence Bulldogs with a 10-run lead. It was 14. 4 runs for Caribou in the 4th. 4 runs, 2 hits. They left 3 on. Lawrence made 1 error, and leading off here for the Bulldogs, a pinch hitter. That one's looped into center, and oh, nice catch is made. Center fielder getting over there. Mackenzie Cole put a star beside that one. 1 out.
Great play by the center fielder. And she had jump, and she had pursuit. Wow.
Mackenzie Cole got over and made the play. 1 out.
And right now, Caribou's kind of excited, Mike.
First pitch there to Chloe Grant Ham is strike 1. Yeah, they had a 4-run inning. Nice defensive play by their center fielder. Life is better.
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen anything close to a 1-2-3 inning.
Well, we have by Mackenzie McAvoy.
Yes,
yeah.
but from Caribou and
well, with the way that she throws, you're just not going to see it.
Yeah.
Too easy to hit. It's a pinch hitter, and I'd love to tell you who. That's going to make it into right. No, Shania Pelletier is there to make the play. 2 outs, and that
two
hitter,
up, 2 down.
2 up to down, so maybe I spoke way too soon. That was Leah Gallant hitting for herself there, so Gallant pops out. So Gallant is gone. That one is lined to. Wow! 1, 2. There can't be a 1-2-3 inning. I said there couldn't be. 3 up, 3 down. So a really nice inning there for Lily McRossin as she gets the side in order. And I am done making predictions today. We've played.
They can't do that, Mike.
We played 3.5 innings in Fairfield. The score: Large 14, Caribou 4. It's live coverage of playoff prelim softball on the Score.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, along with Anderson Buck, our cameraman, back here live at the David Martin Athletic Complex here at the softball field. It is 14-4. Lawrence as Caribou hits here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And I think that's Jordan Tebow, but I'm not sure.
And I think it's Lily Bell.
Okay, all right.
I think that's a 9 on her
All right.
back.
These coaches have...
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like the lineups are all over the place. And you're right. That's Bell leading off because I thought it was Charlie Barnes who made the last out of the 4th inning.
She did. And I believe 13, Jordan Tebow, is the free hitter.
Yeah. Well,
they don't have to
that's
hit
right.
her.
All right. She's the flex. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So they are right.
Yeah.
All right. So this is it. If they don't get within 10, this is the final half inning of the ball game. That is in there. Strike 3, and Bell is called out on strikes. So 1 out here in the 5th, 14-4 Lawrence. Here is Liv Adams, out 3 unassisted and a bunt single, and she scored the 2nd run for Caribou last inning. McAvoy pitches. That is over the second baseman's head into right field, a base hit. A big stretch on the play by Leah Gallant, but just not able to get it. And so it's a good, solid single by Liv Adams.
The play in right field by Grant Ham, she got the ball up looking to throw her out at first base, but had no play.
Hey, I saw that happen here last year when Casey Elkins, J.C. Elkins' older sister for Lawrence, was playing center field. There was a bullet hit up the middle. She put a wicked charge on it and threw the runner out at first base. She had a gun for an arm.
That is a nightmare for a runner, to get thrown out by an outfielder.
The ability to charge the ball like she did, I mean, she put a serious charge on it. and came up firing and threw a strike to first and got the runner by a good step, maybe a step and a half. It was a great play. One of our plays of the year in the spring.
That runner will remember that the rest of her life.
Oh, yes.
Did you get thrown out by an outfielder?
The 0-1, which reminds me of the Sean Casey play a number of years ago when he was playing for the Reds, and he hit a ball to left and stumbled out of the batter's box and got thrown out at first base.
That's right.
You see that in right field from time to time every 10 years, but not from left. Bunt is down. Pierce up with it. Good play. Throws to first. And there are 2 outs.
They're trying to get that run and not be 10-run rule.
Right. So a 5-3 sack. 2 outs, though, and McCrossin has grounded out and doubled. And unless she plates this run, if she makes an out, this ball game is over. 14-4 Lawrence. Top of the 5th, it's into center field. It's fielded out there. They're going to send the runner. She scores, and it's 14-5, and we will play in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, good coaching on that sacrifice bunt. Got the runner
worked.
in scoring position, and it worked.
It worked for Cindy Trapnell. McCrossin with an RBI single.
McCrossin hit that ball well.
She did.
And we got another substitute as coach Cynthia Trapnell trying to get everybody in the game now.
Going to get a runner at first for McCrossin.
And boy, she's excited.
Who hops up into the air, kicks her feet together.
Yeah. You know, she just won $1 million by getting that hit.
Exactly.
She's going to go to McDonald's on the way home. Life is good.
It's going to make that bus ride home a lot easier to tolerate.
Life is good.
If you don't get skunked.
Now, what are we doing here?
Well, McAvoy's getting rid of her mask.
And it's raining.
It's raining, and we're under the canopy, and we don't care.
But
we've got subs galore.
It appears.
But I'm interested by McAvoy getting rid of her mask.
Yeah.
And
now she's going to sit.
She's going to sit down.
I've had it with this pace. I'm going to sit and relax.
This is a bit tedious here, you got to say.
Yeah. I mean, there can't be that many substitutes, and it can't be that hard to write a name down.
And now we have an elongated conversation, an animated conversation between the plate umpire.
Well, I believe the substitute has already been in one part of the lineup, and now the hitter, McCrossin, has got to come back out and retake her place at first, Mike.
All right.
That substitute's already been in.
Right, that's a good theory. All right, so here's Jaden Holmes against Mackenzie McAvoy in a 14-5 game, 5 straight runs scored by Caribou. That is fouled off to the right, not a play. Holmes today has grounded back to the pitcher and had an RBI single.
McAvoy said, "The heck with the glasses. I can't get runners out with them."
That's a mask.
Mask, glasses. They're not going to hurt her with them on. Ooh.
Swing and a miss right through that one. 0-2, good changeup.
That changeup came in half the speed of her fastball.
0-2. But Caribou has forced Lawrence to bat in the bottom of the 5th. Little bouncer. First baseman handles it over to tag the bag, and that is it. But Caribou extends the game. The Vikings get a run on a couple of base hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on. We move along to the bottom of the 5th, which we didn't think we were going to have about a half hour ago. And the score, Lawrence 14 and Caribou 5. This is live coverage of playoff prelim softball, on the score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves Not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking for
Ashley Shores to lead it off here in the 5th inning, and this game is over. A walk-off home run by Ashley Shores. And it is 15-5 ball game. Ashley Shores calls ball game on one pitch in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it's funny, when I was talking to her in the dugout before the game, she hit 2 out of here this year. My vehicle was parked out here in right field unloading it, and she said, you might want to move it. She came pretty close to it.
That was a shot, Mike, and she was all over your vehicle. But that ends the game, and what a shot. That ball has to have been hit almost 300 feet.
She crushed it, and I hit the replay button too late. Let's see what I've got here.
Yeah, she gets in.
Yeah, it was way too late.
Oh,
Sorry
goodness.
about
That
way
ball
too late.
flew over us like a jet.
She just crushed it. I mean, she almost got a hold of one in the first inning. She
Yes.
went off the wall.
Yeah.
But that one was a no-doubter. Not only was it a high fly ball, but it was hit really square.
Yeah.
And over the canopy, over us, and over everything, and that ends it right there. So, for the Lawrence Bulldogs in the 5th inning, one hitter comes up, she sees one pitch and promptly hits it out of the yard and ends the ball game. Final score in this one, Lawrence Bulldogs 15 and the Caribou Vikings 5. Will come back with a final line score and wrap it up after this.
Way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
All righty, Mike Violet and John Coughlin back here post-game. We like 1 hour and 7-minute ball games,
boy.
and that's exactly how
Yeah.
long this one was here this afternoon, over in an hour and 7 minutes, called because of the 10-run rule. Thanks to a solo home run on the first pitch of the bottom of the 5th inning by Ashley Shores, a no-doubter. Ashley's hit several home runs this year. That may have been the deepest shot she's hit this year.
A bomb. She got all through that, and as you said, Mike, that almost got to your car. I think that was 300-plus feet.
It might have been, as you watch the Lawrence girls gather around Coach Joey Marcoux and talk about what will be a drive to Old Town.
Yeah, and things that were in this game that they can't do,
Right.
throwing to the right base, making certain that we run the bases well,
And
defensively.
more of a sense of urgency defensively is what I'm worried about.
Exactly. Well, they've struggled throughout the year. They've got to play stellar defense at Old Town.
All right, final line score in this one, Lawrence, 15 runs, 18 hits. They did not make an error. There were errors of omission, not commission in this game. So 15 runs, 18 hits, no errors. They left 3. Caribou, 5 runs, 4 hits. They made an error, and they left 4. So they had a playoff game. There's Ashley Shores giving me the way. You almost hit it. You almost hit it. Ashley Shores giving it to me. We seriously.
Yeah.
Before the game, before you guys got here, I was up here setting up the canopy, and she was playing catch in the outfield. And first of all, she said hi. Then I went in the dugout to get the lineup card, and we were talking home runs, and she said something to me. I think she said how many she hit this year. It's 2 or 3 here.
Yeah.
And, I said, the car's right out there. She said, well, you may want to move just to be.
Well, it was a shot.
Yeah. This – for softball this year, I think we had one other home run hit this year. But as far as how far – the Mackenzie McAvoy home run certainly was hit pretty well, too.
Yes.
But the Shores home run over us to win the ball game was as deep a shot as I've seen in a long time.
There was no doubt in that. No doubt in that shot right from the get-go.
That ball was in her wheelhouse, and she treated it just as if it was batting practice. So, a trip to Old Town for the Lawrence Bulldogs on Thursday. They now have earned the right to play in the quarterfinals in the next round. And for us, we are on to Augusta on Thursday for baseball action, as the Coney Rams will play baseball on Thursday in a quarterfinal matchup. And if you give me just a second, I can bring you the matchup that it is going to be on Thursday for the Coney Rams, and really looking forward to seeing them for the first time this year, just because of the way the schedule has gone this year. We've not gotten down to Augusta to see Coney. So the matchup for Coney has them playing Caribou, ironically. So we get more Caribou. So the Caribou Vikings came from Caribou to Fairfield today. On Thursday, they're going down to Augusta. So,
and, Mike, I hope they don't have a tippy-up pitcher.
Parker Morin may hit 4.
Yes,
he may hit for the cycle twice.
Yes.
If that's the case.
Yep.
So it's Coney and Caribou, and it's a 4:15 game. We'll have it here on The Score, centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and on our YouTube channel as well, at Central Maine Sports. When you go there, please do subscribe. So that's going to do it for us. For Anderson Buck on the camera this afternoon, for John Coughlin, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Lawrence High School. Final score in this one, Lawrence Bulldogs, they walk it off on an Ashley Shores solo home run. Lawrence 15 and Caribou.
You've been watching and listening to live coverage of high school sports on the place for local sports, The Score. It's been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, 201 Service Skowhegan, Flagship Cinemas, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service in Vassalboro, Assistance Plus, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, Kennebec Eye Care, Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, and by SBS Carbon Copy. Remember, every game we stream live on The Score is always stored forever in the vault at centralmainsports.com and on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. Your team from your town plays here. Sports Radio WSKW, The Score.